to the king of game, Tariq Elite on Tariq Elite Radio.
I am delivered.
What's going on, family? We are back right here on Tariq Elite Radio, and I am your gracious host. I am Mr. Tariq Elite Nasheed. Glad to have everybody tuning in. About to make it do what it do. Now, a lot of people are asking about my new lecture tour called the More Russ Lecture Tour. Now, the More Russ Tour is going to start at the end of April. Now, we have some cities guaranteed. There are some cities that's confirmed. We're waiting on one city. We're waiting on D.C. We might have to skip D.C., unfortunately, because none of the venues there are getting back to us. We've been having a problem getting a venue in D.C. That's why the tickets haven't gone on sale yet. So the tickets are going to go on sale with or without D.C. next week. But these are the cities that we're going to be in. April 23rd, we're going to be in Miami. April 25th, we're going to be in New York City. We're going to light New York up. It's going to be popping in New York. April 29th, we're going to be in Dallas. And April 30th, we're going to be in Houston. So those are confirmed. All of those are confirmed. We're just waiting on Washington, D.C. And we've been having a lot of problems getting venues in D.C. So unfortunately, we may have to skip D.C. if we don't get anything confirmed by next week. But tickets will go on sale next week at TariqLive.com. We'll keep you guys posted on that. And also what we're going to do, the Plantation Celebration Awards, that's coming too. I'm thinking about having that at the beginning of April before I go on tour. I want to get that out the way. I'm waiting on a venue. We were going to do it in Atlanta. We're going to just probably do it out here in Los Angeles. There's a couple of real nice venues that will host it and also film it live. Because out here in California, in Hollywood, you have a lot of studio people out here who know how to really work live events. So we might have it broadcast live at one of the production theaters out here in Hollywood. That's what it's looking like. I'm waiting to get a confirmation on that, and that's going to be fun. We're trying to see who we can get to be some of the guest judges on the Coon Train Awards. Y'all throw me some suggestions of some comedians out there who we can get to be the judges for the Coon Train Awards. And we're trying to do that at the beginning of April. So I'll keep you guys posted on the Plantation Celebration Awards and all that good stuff, family. And the phone number is 818-850-5404. We're going to chop up some game. I want to spit a little ism tonight, just a little taste of ism. Just a little taste of ism tonight. I haven't spit no ism in a long time, but I'll spit a little bit tonight. Let me see who we got on the phone. Got a couple of callers. Let me see who we got. What's up with my phone thing acting? Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
Place, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on? Who is this?
This is Paul from D.C.
Hey, Paul, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, Play. I'm good, man. I'm actually glad you picked up his phone call because I really need your advice, man.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm in school. I'm in college. I've been learning the game for a couple of years, but for some reason, man, the game's not working in school, man. Like, these girls still some goofy nonsense. Like, I can't really dumb my game down to their level.
I feel you.
And I don't know what's going on.
Well, I feel you. Now, this is the thing, brother. A lot of times when a cat is in school or when you're in a certain city trying to get some work done or trying to handle some business, a lot of times, man, it's slim pickings with the ladies out there. A lot of times it is slim pickings. Now, a lot of it has to do with geography. Sometimes these locations just don't have women that's on the same page as you. And also it has something to do with the way you campaign. Because if you want to campaign for new candidates, you're going to have to campaign in different locations and you're going to have to switch up your campaign style. For example, let's look at Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary Clinton, she was losing a lot of traction with young black voters, especially out in places like South Carolina where they needed the black vote. So she knew, the whole Black Lives Matter thing, that wasn't working for her because people were clowning her because a lot of young folks saw through her bullshit. So what she did, she changed her strategy and campaigned towards the Negro civil rights crowd, and they praised her. She got a bunch of votes from them. So a lot of times you got to change your campaign strategy. You're in college. A lot of times when dudes are in college, you campaign and you spit ism the same way you did when you were in high school. And what's the result? Right. You're going to get some of those same goofy high school type of females. Got it?
Got it. But see, the thing is, man, there's a lot of girls in my school. It's like 12-1, the ratio. But the girls are just stupid, man. I mean, I ain't mean to say it like that, but this girls are very young and just...
I feel you. I know this because a lot of goofy ass niggas enable them. See, it's the dudes who are not stepping up the game with them. But that's what having a good mouthpiece is about, and that's what being an exceptional dude is about. If you were compatible with every female, you wouldn't be no acceptable dude. Acceptable dudes are compatible with exceptional females. You dig? So you got to start carrying yourself in an exceptional way. Stop. You're messing with rats. Or you're dealing with rats and you're feeling rat vibes. You got to forget about them. You're not going to be compatible with the rats if your mentality is different. It sounds like your mentality is different. Sounds like you're trying to grow.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, a lot of girls in my school, I don't want to say they're rats because they look good. You know, they look good.
Listen, brother, rats ain't got a goddamn thing to do with how you look. And nigga, I know some rats that look like fucking Tyra Banks. There's some rats who are supermodels. There's some rats who are fine, especially out here in LA. You go down to Long Beach, you see some dime piece rats, and they open up their mouth, and it's like, where the weed at? Where the Hennessy at? You dig? So it has nothing to do with what they look like. See, you're a fool. You're one of these dudes who think that a female who looks real good ain't ratchet. You dig? So you got to get that out of your system. Don't worry about what they look like. I mean, you worry about what they look like because you do want somebody who's fly, but you see what type of energy they have. That's what you're feeling. That's why you got to change your energy up so that you can get thorough women gravitate towards you. Stop trying to spit with your eyes and spit with your energy. You feel me?
I feel you, man.
All right, man. Thank you for the call, brother.
Again, Tariq.
All right,
God
brother.
bless.
Yes, indeed. That's the new motto of the year. Stop spitting with your eyes and spit with your energy. You got to use your energy to campaign. You want females who got the same energy as you. The superficial looks thing, that's whatever. But you want to make sure that energy is right so that you can be compatible with somebody, especially in a long-term basis. Now, if you're just trying to get your one-night stand on, whatever. But even if you're trying to get a one-night stand on, you still want to be with somebody who has good energy. It's hell having a one-night stand with somebody who's a ratchet. I've done that before. I've had fine ratchets, and I can't even get through a one-night stand with them. They all in the bed smelling like weed. Acrylic fingernails coming all off in the bed. Their weaves are all itchy and cheap and synthetic. So hell, getting through a one-night stand with a ratchet is kind of a beast. So you want to make sure the energy is right, family. Very important to understand that. Let me get another call in here, family. Let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Kim in Indianapolis. How you doing?
Hey, your name is Kim?
Yeah.
Hey, Kim, how are you, dear?
I'm fine. Well, I'm listening to you on my iPhone, and it's kind of delayed, but I was just wondering, have you noticed that there is a need for a black, like GoFundMe page, black type thing? Because it seems like when they ask for pictures and stuff, if you have a GoFundMe account or whatever, people won't donate to African American. Well, have you noticed that?
Well, they'll donate to my projects. Certain people, this is the thing. A lot of us, we put together GoFundMe pages for real dumb shit. We're going to have to be real honest about that. I get GoFundMe pages emailed to me every day. And we got some type of cockamamie scheme. Everybody's trying to put a GoFundMe page together for some kind of scheme or scam. And then that just becomes a whole thing where we just get marginalized as a group for being on some scam shit. And that's something that we got to wean ourselves away from, because a lot of folks will try to use the whole, well, let's do the black empowerment thing. I got an idea for a business. Give me $20,000. And, this is why a lot of people put these pages together and they don't get no money, because a lot of times we put together shit and don't follow through. That's why I go out of my way to show people that you have to follow through with what you say. I've given money to people who had GoFundMe pages and Kickstarters, and they didn't do shit. This one dude, let me give an example. I'm gonna put the dude out there. That dude, Brian, what's that dude's name, who got falsely accused of rape out here in Long Beach? Brian something. Where my listeners, I want y'all to give me that guy's last name. He was a brother out here in Long Beach. Some hood rat accused him of rape. They sent him to jail. He was going to be a football player. He couldn't be a football player no more. He went to jail, and then the chick ended up confessing. Yeah, Brian Banks. That's it. Thank you, Tim, in the chat room. But Brian Banks, the chick confessed to setting him up and lying about being raped. She was never raped. The school district, because this was when he was in high school, the chick got like $1 million settlement for saying that he raped her. So she came clean, claimed that she lied. So he was trying to put his life back together. He was going around with the sad story. Oh, my life is ruined. My life is ruined. So he put up a Kickstarter page trying to do a documentary about his life story to bring awareness and all that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I put like $1,000 on that shit. And I haven't heard back from that nigga or that film since. And that kind of pissed me off a little bit. Because I
remember you talking about that before.
Yeah, I looked at that nigga's Instagram page. That nigga done married a white woman. This nigga is just running around. That nigga on Instagram with that white woman all over the world. That nigga done tricked that money off. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Wow. Well, I was just because I seen one. This white girl. I don't know what her problem was, and then and they both said they had medical issues. I think the white girl with the picture had like $44,000 in donations, and the black lady had like a little over 1,000.
Wow.
So I was just wondering, since you do a lot, would that be something that you might consider starting for African Americans that, I think the donations are based on race somewhat.
Yeah. But again, we got to start being thorough. Look, I know that we live in a system of economic deprivation, but we got to stop the slick bullshit, and we got to start following through so that we can gain trust with each other. That's why I go out of my. It's a trust thing, because everybody and their mama put up a GoFundMe page, but they're not going to do anything with it, and that's the problem. They regress into niggatry. And that's what today's show is about. When it's time to progress, we always engage into niggatry. We got to stop the niggatry. All right?
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you, dear. And that's today's topic, by the way. That is today's topic. This is about regressing into niggatry. When it's time to do something, when it's time to progress. But I'm going to get on that a little bit later in the show. Have you guys been following the People versus OJ TV movie series, the TV miniseries? I hope you guys have been following it. I've been talking about the OJ stuff a lot. I talked about it on last week's show. I also talked about it on my Ustream show this Sunday. So I like to watch the show. I like watching that to see what the white supremacists are up to, because the white supremacists, they always have some kind of agenda. So I like to see what tricks are up their sleeve. And this OJ thing, whenever they start putting some OJ stuff out, I really watch with a close eye, because they put the fuckery down when it comes to the OJ stuff. But for those who've seen the latest episode of the OJ People versus OJ show, there's some very interesting things I want people to catch in it. On this episode, most of the episode was about Marsha Clark, and they were portraying Marsha as a victim. It was just everything was going wrong her way. She was having problems with her ex-husband because she got a divorce, and she was having custody problems with the kids, and people were clowning Marsha Clark because of her hair. And they had a scene where Johnny Cochran kind of made a slick remark to her in the courtroom, which he didn't do in real life. That was a bullshit scene they just threw in there to make Johnny Cochran look like some type of predator and make her look like a victim. They tried to work this feminist angle into the show. So I want people to catch how they get down. And, a lot of people were clowning her because of her hair. Then there was the National Enquirer ran a story with her with naked pictures that her other ex-husband put out. She was in Saint-Tropez and she took some naked pictures and that got exposed, which happened in real life. So the whole show was really about her being a victim. It's Marsha Clark being victimized. Then they had a scene, they were making it seem like Chris Darden was the thirsty nigga trying to hit. He's trying to spit game at her. So there's a lot of that type of fuckery going on. But it's very interesting that they were trying to make Marsha Clark the victim because that show needs a white female victim. Because they're trying to sell the narrative of OJ did it and got away. That's where the money is. The OJ, and I talked about that before, the OJ did it industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Them promoting the narrative that OJ Simpson is a black man who got away with killing 2 innocent white people. That narrative plays on a lot of white racial stereotypes and fears. So they're going to milk that thing for the next 100 years. But it was very important to understand why they were creating the victim caricature for Marsha Clark. They needed a white female victim because they cannot use Nicole Brown Simpson as the white female victim to sympathize with. I want y'all to feel me on that because some people will say, well, there was already a white victim. No. Nicole Brown Simpson, she was a victim of murder. OJ didn't do it, and I've explained many times why OJ didn't do it, and I can get deeper, but I'm not going to do that now. But for those who remember the real trial, somebody said in the room, I read too much in it. No, I don't. For those who remember the real trial, you remember the trial, the criminal trial, they did not have none of Nicole Brown Simpson's friends testify on her behalf. Y'all notice that even on this show, they didn't have any of her friends testify for her. Usually when somebody is killed, in order to garner sympathy from the jury, they will put your friends and all the people that you hung around, they will put them on the stand to vouch for you, to talk about how wonderful you are and, evoke sympathy for you. But in the real trial, they never did that. The closest they did was Faye Resnick, her best friend, and they said, oh, hell no, let's not do that. And you know why they never put none of her friends on the stand? And on this show, they never show none of Nicole Brown Simpson's friends testifying for her? Because all of Nicole Brown Simpson's friends were criminals and fucking drug addicts. Because she was a damn junkie herself. I hate to tell the truth and shame the devil, but that's the case. The reality is Nicole Brown Simpson was hanging around nothing but junkies, druggies, and criminals when she died. And Ron Goldman too. That is the reality. That's why they do not put none of their friends on the stand. They never show any of their friends and associates. Faye Resnick was the closest one they were going to put on the stand, and they were like, hell no, we ain't about to put her on the stand. All the dope and the coke and the dicks this woman's been sucking, we can't put her on the stand. Johnny Cochran and eat her alive. And they reluctantly put Nicole Brown Simpson's sister on the stand. And in this episode, they showed her sister, Denise Brown. They showed her on the stand. And Johnny Cochran said something very important, because Denise Brown, I remember when she was testifying, she kept doing this whole fake crying thing. And Johnny was like, she's crying on cue. Don't worry about it. The jury, they feel that. They feel she's faking. And a lot of people feel she was. A lot of people feel she was. Another thing about Nicole Brown Simpson's sister, Denise, a lot of y'all don't know this. There's a whole bunch of stuff y'all don't know. Denise Brown was in a relationship with a mafia hitman. I want y'all to Google the name Anthony Fiata. Either Fiata or Fiato. It's one of those names. But Denise Brown was dating a dude who was actually a mafia hitman. This is verified. This ain't no rumor. The dude is actually in witness protection right now. But the mainstream media, they ignore the shit out of that stuff. They ignore the shit out of that, man. They ignore all that stuff. because they got to keep promoting the OJ did it narrative because that's where the money is. Virtuous gal, I see you. You're kind of trolling in the room. I don't give a damn about that. So what, sister? But again, in that show, because they cannot promote Nicole Brown Simpson as this innocent victim, because her background and the people she was around was so shady, they had to make another person a victim and let her be the proxy for Nicole Brown Simpson. So the Marcia Clark character, they're showing her being kicked around, being abused, and what they want to do is transfer her victimhood to Nicole Brown and the verdict. You understand that? So they want to show this white woman doing the best she can, being victimized, and there's OJ making faces at her. So they want to make Marcia Clark the Nicole Brown Simpson character by proxy. You understand that? A lot of slick stuff they're putting in there. They're putting a lot of slick stuff in there, but it is what it is. Y'all got to see past the BS. You got to see past it, but it's a very good show. The acting is good. But you really have to understand the fuckery in it. And you know what we're going to do to give people a real concise deal about what that trial is about? We're going to put the story up on Melanoid Nation pretty soon, really breaking the real deal about that trial. So when they put lies out there, you can understand what's happening here. Yeah, we're going to do a whole story on Melanoid Nation where I can put up the links and give you documents and proof and the receipts and all of that stuff. Let me see who's on the phone. We got a lot of people calling still. Let me see who's on the phone. Hello?
Yo, King Flex, what's up, man?
Oh, hey,
this is Big Mark calling out of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Hey, man, how you doing, family?
I'm doing good, fam. I appreciate you taking my call, man. I really do. And, I really pray for your sympathy right now, brother, because right now in my city, man, a couple of years back, they gentrified a whole housing development into another territory, and we have seen like a lot of death with our youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From teenagers to 25. And my brother, I don't know what's going on, and it just seems like I want to help, but it seems like I can't, man, because the teenagers are out here hurting and fighting themselves, and females are acting ratchet and dusty dudes. I mean, it's really bad out here, brother. I mean, I want to help, but it's just like, what do I do?
Man, what you got to do, man, you got to circle your wagons around people who want to be about empowerment, man. It's all about everything you do on a daily basis is going to have to be about what can I do to empower myself. Is what I'm doing constructive? Is what I'm doing going to empower me? Is it going to empower others? And what you do, you gravitate towards that. We got to leave the ratchets alone. There's nothing we can do, man. It's just too late in the game for that. We spend a lot of time trying to pull these ratchets and dusty niggas up, and we just can't, man. We got to charge a lot of...
I can dig that, brother. I can, because, I mean, I drive school buses for kids, and and it just grips these kids at a young age. And, the ones that do listen to me when I try to put them up on game with white supremacy, man, they do gravitate towards me, but it's still half-assed. You can't dig?
Yeah, it's really difficult, man, because, look, you got the media, they, people, black folks, especially us, we believe everything the white supremacists put in our faces, man. We believe every single thing. So some of us are wise enough to kind of reject that, but those some are very few. So what we have to do, we have to just try to build as much momentum as possible. And it don't take a lot. It just takes a very strong, dedicated, small group. That's why I always talk about my 300. All I need is 300 people. We can make a lot of shit happen with just 300 people being on the same page. I'd rather that, me and 300 people being on the same page, than me and a million niggas all over the place with no plan, no agenda, and no code. So always think of codifying your group.
Okay, my brother. Well, if you need an artist, I'm a traditional artist, man. Holler at me on Facebook, man. I'm Big Mark, so I listen to your show, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Much respect, man. Thank you, family. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, let's get into some game. Let me talk about what today's topic is. And like I said, today's topic is about regressing into niggatry. That is today's topic. Some of you are saying, what does that mean? Well, let me read an email I got from a gentleman. Now, I got an email from a gentleman. He said, what's up, Flex? I got a crisis on my hand. Now, I proposed to my girlfriend of 3 years this past Valentine's Day, and she accepted. After the initial excitement of the engagement had worn off, we talked about the ring, and she told me she liked it because it was from me, but it was not the design she would have chosen for herself, so I agreed to let her switch out the ring. Afterwards, we went to Napa Valley for the weekend. We engaged into some petty arguments that I feel were mostly initiated by her, which was strange considering I just proposed to her and she had a ring on her finger, which she should have been happy about. The weekend ended bad. I asked her to buy me a bottle of wine at one of the wineries, and she became upset because she felt like she had been spending too much money on me that weekend and because she had already bought me wine at another winery. Anyway, the argument ensued, in which I told her that she should have no problem buying me a few bottles of wine considering I just spent thousands on an engagement ring. Then she told me I couldn't have spent more than $1,400 on a ring because I have more money than that. I became really upset at that point and told her that she needed to keep and appreciate the ring I got for her or to give it back or walk away. At this point, we were on our way home from Napa Valley. I told her if she insisted on stopping at the jewelry store, then I would refund the ring and get my money back. She stopped at the store anyway, and I told her again calmly her options. She took the ring off, put it in my pocket, and she walked off saying that she's going to leave me stranded, which I knew she wouldn't do. I took the ring back and got my money. She came and got me a few minutes later and was begging me to go get the ring back, but at that point I was upset and adamant I was not going to get the ring back or go get another ring. We went back to the house. She's crying uncontrollably, being very apologetic, was begging me to get the ring back, but I stayed firm. Last thing I told her when I left the house, I'm not calling off the engagement, but I do need time to think. An hour later, her mom called me on the phone telling me congratulations on the engagement. I felt completely blindsided because she told her family we were engaged after she gave me the ring back, and we had this big blow up. And she never told me she was going to tell her family this. So now I feel pressured. Now, what should I do? Now, this is the thing. Now, I know that was kind of long. There's a lot of stuff going on in that, but this is the thing. My man stood on his square, and that was good. And that's good. My man stood up for himself. He stood on his square. Because what that female was doing was trying to regress into niggatry. Now, ladies out there who do little stuff like that, this is the deal. A lot of times, family, we're used to petty, dumb nigga shit. So whenever we get into a situation where we're about to get into a relationship that's going to progress, we're about to get into a situation where we're about to grow, a lot of times we don't know how to handle that. So what we do, we will regress into some shit we know, which is petty nigga shit. And that's what happened with this relationship. My man is trying to build a family with this lady. He offered her a ring. He wanted to get married. And she chose to regress immediately after this, after the proposal, after the engagement. She's picking little petty fights about bullshit. Because a lot of times, family, when it's time to grow, that scares us. We don't know how to grow and we don't know how to progress, especially as black people. Especially when it comes time to building a family. See, we've been taught for the last 50 years how not to build a family. See, this is why we got to get back on our family thing. And I really commend dude for wanting to take it to that level and commit so that they can be a family and build a family. I commend any brother who does that, because that's where we need to be. We need to be in this family building mode. We really need to be in family building mode so that we can have a strength base in which to operate and combat systematic white supremacy. We really need that family base. So I take my hat off to that dude. And we have to understand that building a family, that's something that's not promoted within black society. See, we're taught turn up and be independent. You still have black people running around bragging about raising kids by themselves. That's some nigga shit. Whenever people start talking about progressing and building families, we got people out here standing up trying to get props for being a damn single parent. That's regressing into niggatry. Being a single parent is niggatry. Let's just call it what it is. That is niggatry. We need to stop bragging about niggatry, stuff that don't work. That's what niggatry is. Niggatry is non-progressive things that do not work for melanoid people. We got to get out of the habit of just doing shit just to be doing it. Doing things that do not work in the long haul. That's one of the reasons they're destroying Cosby's legacy and taking him off the air. That image of a black family, they don't want that. They know they can control you better if there's no images of strong black families. So now they had to shame Bill Cosby and put all these bogus charges on him to get people out of that family mindset in the black community. But like this gentleman in the email, he's trying to upgrade and build a family. And this female, she's trying to get into petty arguments, trying to argue about the ring. Well, the ring could have been better. That's petty, silly little Negro shit that you shouldn't even be concerned about when it comes time to building. That's regressing into niggatry. We want to argue about nigga trinkets. The ring is just a nigga trinket at the end of the day. That's nigga trinket shit. The dude is trying to build. That's the thing you need to focus on. And playing these little petty childish games, that's some shit that you're going to have to charge. Women and men, you're going to have to chill out with doing that. And also, we look at shows like Empire. Somebody mentioned Empire in the chat room. Empire shows a family, but the family is so dysfunctional. The family is extremely dysfunctional. So when they do show a black family, you got one family son who's bipolar, another son with a damn Oedipus complex. He's fucking these old elderly ass chicks. You got another son who's sucking dick 6 ways to Sunday. You dig? So it's all over the place. See, the thing is, family, when you build and when you progress, that's a challenging thing. And again, you have a fear of the unknown. And when you face a new fear, when you face a new challenge, when you face new adversities, you're going to do one or two things. Because it's stressful to face a new challenge. It's stressful to face a new endeavor. And again, when you face a new challenge, when you face new adversities, when you face new endeavors, your mind does one or two things. One, you will either work through the stress so your brain will grow, so your game will grow, so that you will be more thorough, which is what you're supposed to do, or to avoid the stress and the pain and the aversion from growing. A lot of people will avoid it altogether and just regress into things they know, which is niggatry. A lot of people will just regress into things they know. Just, fellas, you ever take a hood chick to a real nice restaurant? You take a hood chick to a nice restaurant and show her the menu. There's all types of real fly shit on there, but her eyes are going to go right to the buffalo wing. Well, they got wings up in here? Her eyes are going to go right to the buffalo wing, something that she knows. Escargot, what's that? Filet mignon, what's that? They got some baked shrimp. You know, her mind is going to go to where she knows. Because a lot of folks don't even want to try new things. See, you try new things, and that helps your game grow. Because, see, a lot of people, they want to get into that mental comfort zone. It's comfortable being into some niggatry. Niggatry is real comfortable. Because we've dealt with niggatry generation after generation after generation. That's that plantation mentality. Where you just do shit just to be doing it, just to kill time. So we got to get off that. You can't just be getting into niggatry just to kill time. We got to start doing things that's going to actually generate power so that you can generate justice. See, this reminds me of my partner, my dude, Cat Williams. I love Cat Williams, man. I used to chop it up with Cat back in the day. Back in the day, long time ago, when Cat was getting in the game, Cat used to invite me to the Hollywood Park Casino. He had a room up there. He had a comedy room up there. He used to invite me all the time. That's when my book first came out. Cat's a real dude. I haven't talked to Cat in years, but Cat's a real thorough dude. He was around a lot of real street dudes at the time. Real street thorough dude. Cat Williams is a real dude, one of the realest dudes in the game. That's probably why I think my man feels very isolated being in the entertainment industry, because Hollywood, is real fake and all that shit. But Cat is a real fucking dude, so I can understand the isolation you must feel being in that type of environment, that Hollywood environment. And my man Cat just got arrested again for some more bullshit. My nigga is self-destructing. I don't know what's going on with dude. The people around him, shout out to my man Red Grant. I know Red is on tour with him. Shout out to Red. Red's a good dude. Remember Red? I wish you can holler at him. Hazel Lee, Erica, whatever name you're going by now. I know Hazel Lee is rocking with him. Holler at him. Hazel Lee, you need to be in his ear, hollering at him. Trying to get my man in a little program or something that's going to help brother out. Y'all need to do something with brother, man, because I don't want nothing to happen to the dude. The dude is too talented to be throwing his shit away like that. Regressing into niggatry. My dude's getting into fights every week. You dig? My man he's running up on people, socking them and all this old stuff, man. I don't want nothing to happen to the dude. The dude is way too talented. He's one of the funniest dudes in the game. People want to see him win. That's the thing. My dude Cat can progress to that next level and stay at that next level, as talented as he is, as much of a loyal following as he has, as street smart as he is. The dude has it. So my man, I wish he stops regressing into that niggatry. You ain't gotta throw hands and be fight niggas and all that, man. Get your goons to do all that shit if you want to go there, but you need to leave all that shit alone, dude. Charge all that niggatry to the game, because my man out here is rocking with folks who ain't got nothing to lose. You bombing and busting on niggas. Some of these niggas ain't got nothing to lose. But my man Cat, you do have something to lose, man. You got a whole bunch of shit going on, man. You can be that dude for real, for real. Because you running up and bombing on dudes, you gonna bomb one of these niggas who really don't have anything to lose. One of these niggas who are just trying to get a hood rep, and these niggas gonna try to pull out something on you. Also, my man, I want Cat to really chill out, and I want some people to get with him and try to holler at my brother. And I wish I can holler at my brother. And his people, y'all holler at me so I can holler at my brother. I don't want law enforcement to use my dude being erratic as an excuse for them to do something, because now you have Cat on all these videotapes running up on folks, being aggressive, fighting and all that. So now a cop can just take him out just like that and just say, hey, well, he was running up on me with that rah-rah shit. You see how he is. So that, I don't want that to happen, because I can see a cop trying to pull that move on dude now that he has a reputation for being erratic. I don't want to see a cop bust on my brother like that, because they'll use all this bullshit as an excuse to take old dude out, man. I don't want to see that. I wish my people who know him, y'all holla at me, man. He's a real good dude, man. Real thorough dude, real dude. I don't know what my man is going through, but he needs some real folks around him to, I wish he was around those real street dudes. That's why, man, truth be told, when he was around Suge was actually good for him. To a certain degree. I know how crazy that sounds, but Suge was actually good for him. But I digress as far as that. But we gotta stop regressing into niggatry, family. And a lot of us do this in black society, because a lot of times, man, we get money, just like a tax refund. Right now it's tax season. And we get money And instead of getting that money and flipping it and making it grow and getting an asset and flipping that asset, instead of doing something progressive that's going to generate income, that's going to build something, we get that money and we go to the club, we get bottle service, we do all the niggatry and wallow in all the niggatry that we wanted to wallow in all year. We get more nigga shit. The more money we get, the more niggatry we indulge in. The more weaves we get more weaves, we get more rims, we get more Louis Vuitton car seat covers. And the young lady who called up earlier, she was like, well, Tariq, we need to have a GoFundMe page for black people and all that. The thing is, if we don't have an agenda with whatever medium we use, where it be a website or a business, if we don't have a specific agenda and a modus operandi for that medium, all of that medium is going to be used for is more niggatry. Just like GoFundMe and Kickstarter now, a lot of black folks put up little bullshit pages so they can get some money for niggatry. They run the whole, oh, I'm trying to build something, I'm having medical problems, I'm trying to do this. They put up a GoFundMe page. The minute they make a couple of dollars, they going down to the fucking Sally's Beauty Supply, getting 10 bags of Remy. We got to get off that. And I'm looking in the chat room. We got this goofy nigga named Geeky Goon who's spamming in my room, and I'm about to block this nigga. Geeky Goon, stop spamming your website in the room. That's another thing. We got to get rid of nigga nerds. Nigga nerds are the worst. Because nigga nerds, they think that they're above the niggatry and they wallow in it too. And that's the thing about nigga nerds. There's nothing worse than a dumb nerd. A lot of nigga nerds ain't even that smart. They're just big, dumb, goofy niggas. See, people naturally think that nerds have some type of superior intelligence. No. You just have some goofy, dumb niggas out here who have poor social skills. But the thing is, family, we got to understand when we get a medium, we can't use that medium to engage in more niggatry. Because we'll get an app or we get a website that's supposed to be for black folks, and what we gonna do? We gonna twerk. We gonna post fight videos. We're gonna take our income tax money and spread it all over the bedroom and take pictures of our money. Nigga shit. More niggatry. We're gonna go to the club, bend over, bust your coochie open with dusty niggas standing behind you, busting open your little ashy butt cheeks. Nigga shit. Nothing but nigga shit. So we got to get off that, family. We got to get off the nonsense. We got to get off the niggatry. That's why we got the More Us app coming. See, we got More Us coming, and More Us is very specific about the agenda of the site. More Us is very specific. The More Us site, or the More Us app, because it's coming out as an app first. The More Us app is designed to center around melanoid empowerment. So you're knowing that off the gate, off rip. This site is going to be about empowerment. So whatever we do, whether we have fun, whether we talk business, whether we talk leisure, at the end of the day, it's all going to be centered around how are we going to empower ourselves. That's why y'all need to go. Speaking of social media and GoFundMe pages, we got an Indiegogo page for the More Us app. We're at 35,000 right now, I think. And the reason why my projects get funded and a lot of other black projects do not is because people know that I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. See, it's all about trust. When I get the money, there's no niggatry with me. I've already had money even before I started doing films. I had money in the street life. So I don't have to turn up and do all that old nigga shit because I've had all that. So when I get money and get funding and get capital for a project, not only do I use my own money, I use the money raised. So I double up on the money, and this is why everything I say I do, it comes out. That's how you get trust within other people in your community. You show them what you're doing. You show them the steps you're already taking. You be transparent. A lot of us, you're not transparent. You got little sneaky niggas putting up some little bullshit ass GoFundMe page. Yeah, man, I'm about to start an all black insurance company / car wash, and my name is Donald Jenkins. I know nobody never heard of me, but just trust me on this now. I'm gonna need $18 million. Okay. That's what I'm going to need. I'm going to need $18 million to start this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a whole tract of land in Idaho. I'm going to get a whole bunch of it. I'm going to start a whole bunch of businesses out there. Okay, now look, right now, I'm working at the post office in the mail room, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this money. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get in Idaho. I'm going to clear out a bunch of land. I'm going to clear it all out. We're going to build up all types of condominiums and black businesses. It's going to be all black businesses. We're going to call it Afrotown. It's going to be an Afro with a Statue of Liberty. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to need that $18 million. I'm going to need it in a month, okay? I'm going to need that money in a month. So we got that type of shit out there. Niggas out here selling bullshit dreams, and then they want to shame you into supporting it because it's black. Well, I'm talking about some black business now. This is black empowerment now. This is Donald Jenkins talking to you. This is black empowerment, brother. I'm going to need that money. Don't you want to support black empowerment? Well, go ahead and give me that $18 million now. It's the Renum Spoons ideas. A nigga with a cockamamie idea who ain't never done anything remotely close to what he's talking about. See, the thing is, you got to start doing the things that you want people to help fund. People want to see that you're already in the process of doing it. Just like my man Boyce Watkins, shout out to Boyce Watkins. I think Boyce told Cass, well, he don't really talk about doing any type of business with Cass unless they've been in business for a year, which is smart. You don't want to do business with people unless you've seen the type of track record they have. You understand? So you got to be real thorough, and you got to show that you're doing the work you say you're going to do. We got too many shit-talking, niggatry ass black folks out here. And that's something that we're going to have to get away from. We got to stop that bullshit. We got to stop the niggatry and get to building and get to empowerment. Now, should I get one more call before I get out of here? Let me see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, who is this?
It's Greg. Yes. Hello?
Man, who are you and what's your name, brother?
My name is Gregory Hart, my brother. I've been trying to get to you for a while, you know, on and off, you know, when I could listen to your show.
Okay, where you from, Gregory? Gregory, where you from?
I'm from Pittsburgh, PA.
Oh, there you go. What's on your mind, Gregory?
Oh, I'm just saying I appreciate your show. And a shout out, no advertising for myself, you know.
What's that? Whoa. You trying to do what now? You trying to advertise your shit? Hold on. You need to buy an ad spot.
No, I'm for black empowerment, man. I spoke at various conferences with Ray Hagans and various guys speaking on the black empowerment in the technology sector.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to advertise to help myself. I'm all about helping my brothers and sisters. I'm a brother from the ghetto. You know, projects. You know, self-taught. You know, program 7 computer languages. I'm a director at a prominent IT company. Director, which I hire all black staff, which I have the power to do that, and also have a technology school here in Charlotte, where I train young brothers in poor communities where classes cost about $3,000. I charge them about $150. You know, all the contractors I use are black, but I'm just called to say I appreciate your show. You know, and anything you need help with, you know, I'm just here to offer my help. I'm not here to advertise to make no money. I got money like.
Get the fuck out. Bitch. House. This is for you, nigga, who called up. Ass bitch. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get out my. This nigga sound like he was full of shit. All right. This nigga sound like that's another thing right there. That dude was a perfect example of what I was talking about. Cats don't know how to do business. Even if the dude sounded like he was trolling, he sounded like he was just trolling, being on some dumb nigga shit. Even if he wasn't, it might have been Geeky Goon's stupid ass. But we don't, goofy little nerdy Negro nerds like that, wasting time. Said his site seems legit. No, that's niggas wasting time. This nigga said Ray Hagan. Niggas wasting time. Niggas running off this whole resume, a whole bunch of shit. Niggas wasting time. When it comes to Bill, we got goofy niggas who are fucking around. That's why all we need is a strong 300. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello.
Hey, who is this?
Is this Tariq Nasheed?
This is Tariq. Who is this young lady? Okay, her ass on go. Let me see what's going on with her. I was gonna call her back, but okay. Maybe her nigga pulled her by her weave. I don't know. I wanted to get one more good call before I got out of here. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's good, King? This is DJ Full Moon out of Mobile.
Hey, DJ, how you doing, man?
What's good? Man, I just kind of want to go in a little bit more on the OJ and what they're saying tonight. It was like they was kind of shaming, like it was feminist, like a feminist show episode, Marsha.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they cut her hair. But you remember Dick Gregory spoke on that OJ, he didn't do it, say it was a government, setup.
I don't know what he said.
More than one person.
I think it was more than one person. I don't know what Dick Gregory said, but I think it was more than one person based on a lot of the evidence that I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped another while back. But I bought the Morris out, and will be donating for the Morris.com.
Thank you, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. All right. And don't forget, man, go to MoorishKingdom.com to get the video game. That's MoorishKingdom.com. I want to get one more good call before I go. Y'all niggas are fucking around. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Rick? This is Leah calling out of LA, man.
All right, what part of LA you in, man?
I'm right in Inglewood, Chief.
You where?
Inglewood.
Inglewood, there you go. Inglewood up to no good. What's on your mind, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I got a quick relationship question, man. I'm in a relationship. It's been about a year and a half now. I've been listening to you for a while. I've upgraded myself. Thank you. I appreciate all the game you've been giving me. I've upgraded myself. I've upgraded her. But it just seems like my vision does not transfer to her. Like, it seems like my vision's too big for her. She's kind of like complacent. Okay. So I just wanted to know, what do you think I should do about that?
So you feel like her vision isn't your vision?
Yeah, it just seems like it's not matching. Like, I'm doing a lot of great things now. And it's just like, it just doesn't seem like she's able to rise to the occasion and meet me where I'm at.
Okay, let me tell you why she's not. Okay? Now, how long y'all been dating?
So about a year and a half.
About a year and a half, okay. The reason why she ain't rising to the occasion, because these women are tired of niggas and their fucking visions. Y'all got to stop with this vision shit, and y'all got to start making your vision a reality. You got to get out here and start making the shit happen, because women are going to only sit around so long and hear nigga talk about what he's going to do. I got some vision. I'm going to do this. And women are like, okay, nigga, you've been saying that shit for a year. So now they ain't feeling it. So they want you to show and prove. When they ain't feeling your vision, that means it's time to show and prove. And you ain't showing and you ain't proving. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And you sound like every other nigga she can see in Inglewood. She can go out to La Brea or Manchester and hear the same shit from 20 other niggas every day. So you better not be the same nigga that she can hear from every day, and you better be the exceptional dude and actually build something. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thank you for the call. All right, that's enough of that. Y'all stop all that vision shit. I got a vision. You don't see my vision? And she's probably like, oh, nigga, this is LA, nigga. Rent is high. Rent is high and weaves are expensive. Nobody wants to hear your vision. What do you have that's tangible? Because LA is the female hustler capital. These women know how to get out here and hustle. You got to. So women ain't trying to hear no nigga talking that weak shit. That sell a dream shit. You got to be about your business. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. Don't forget, go to MoorishKingdom.com. Go to HiddenColorsFilm.com. Go to TariqElite.com. Go to TariqRadio.com. All that good stuff. I'm out of here, family. I'm going to holla. Y'all have a good one.